Hey guys, here we are in Southern California, Rose Bowl to be exact. So, the last time you were with us, we were in a 2012 BMW 128i. So I've recently relocated to Southern California. The justification that I needed was I wanted an SUV to drive across the country. So I was thinking about renting a car and shipping my BMW, but I decided that it pretty much was not very cost effective to do that. So instead, I traded in my car and I leased this car. So the idea was to be able to get out of this car. I did a lease for 36 months. So I'm hoping to get out of the car in a year before the lease is matured, or 6 months. Honestly, I don't really know if I will do that because I really love the car. We had the car with 8 miles, and right now we're at 5,500 miles. So this is a Dodge Durango, obviously. It is the entry-level car. So it's a 6-cylinder, 3.6 Pentastar V6. Obviously, I would have liked to have gotten the V8, but I chose to go with the 6-cylinder primarily for cost reasons. So when I traded my car in, there was a little bit of negative equity, so I wanted to not bury myself too badly into that. So I wanted something that had the look, but I also did not want anything that was going to break the budget. So let's talk about the car. It's something called a Blacktop package. Blacktop package gives you this blacked out grille, which is very nice. It gives you the black wheels. It gives you the painted wheel arcs, which I really, really like. It gives you black mirrors, black roof rails. And then the thing I really like about it, you get black lettering on the car. The lights are standard, but the black lettering as well as the black wheels make the car stand out. What else do we have here? So this is red octane pearl. It comes with a black leather interior with Alcantara inserts. Here's the interior of the car. The Beats audio sound system is actually very nice. No lane change assist or anything like that. What else do you have? This nice carbon inlay, carbon fiber look inlay. A nice digital display. The screen. This is the transmission. I like this shift lever and cup holder. So pretty much, if you guys have seen my previous videos, I really fell in love with the Dodge Challenger just because the way it looked. And the interior, I love the interior setup. So I kind of like the fact that I get that Challenger feel in this car, but I also am in a much more practical vehicle. I've never actually used those until this car. I really like having a sunglass holder. Standard sunroof, no panoramic roof. I would have liked that. The only things I would like in this car that I don't have in it right now would be lane change assist, front parking sensors, and a panoramic roof. But other than that, I'm very happy with this car. Let me show you the seats. So standard seat, lumbar support, and back and forward. You get Alcantara inserts. Oh, let me show you one of my favorite things about this car. Love it. This assisted when we were doing our cross-country drive. So once we turn the car on, we have to get into the car. Keyless entry, so I didn't touch anything. So you see how it says, I cannot put the car into drive right now. So in order to put the car into drive, I have to push the start-stop button with my foot on the brake. Now the car's ready to go. So I have comfort entry. So the second that I get into the car, the seats move towards the steering wheel. As you can see, this is a total fuel economy on the car. 5,501 miles. It's got terrible fuel economy right now just because the last tank I've literally just been driving in town. So fuel economy in town is not so good. We're at 12 miles to the gallon, but my workplace is 0.8 miles away. So it's pretty much driving around town, but 83 miles and I've gone a quarter tank, so a full tank should give me around 400 miles, which isn't that bad, and it's regular fuel that I'm using. Getting into the Uconnect screen, so right here we have satellite radio, media is like your Bluetooth, climate, let me turn that off, apps, so you have Uconnect app, so you can do a traveling, you can control the driver's heated seats, the passenger heated seats. Projection manager is if you have an Android device, it allows you to pretty much project what's on your Android up onto the phone, up onto the screen here. You can set a Wi-Fi hotspot. SOS is emergency calling. Assist is Dodge Assist. It's actually goes through Sirius, but it's called Guardian. Then you have the vehicle user guide, which is the manual. Send and go allows you to send your location to someone. The app manager allows you to manage applications. Backup camera, I can always look up my backup camera, which was cool on the highway. Headrest fold, pretty much this car has a third row, so you can fold down that rear headrest. What else do we have? Heated steering wheel, satellite radio, media, climate controls. This is for your heated seats and heated steering wheel. Navigation, phone information settings, audio settings. Also controls is your heated seats, heated steering wheel. Navigation. Navigation is great. The only thing that I do not like is you cannot input navigation while you're moving. But there are some hacks to that, but I didn't really want to play around with it. And phone is just your standard phone. Now the car, this is your HVAC setup, so your heating and air conditioning. Now the car has an outlet right here. So I usually have an Anchor 2 USB port charger, which is my favorite. You have 2 USB ports and an aux cable. These USB ports allow you to have Apple Carplay on this car. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, so the phone is hooked up to the car. This is my Apple CarPlay. So it allows me, pretty much Apple is its own provider, and whatever they deem as non-driver distractive will show up on this screen. So for me, that's my phone, the Apple Music, so like iTunes, whatever music I have on my iTunes that I put on my phone, Apple Maps, it'll read my messages, what I'm listening to, podcasts, audiobooks, Audible, NBA app, satellite radio, and Spotify. So obviously there's a bunch of apps that work with Apple CarPlay. These are the ones on my phone that actually work with it. So for example, if I do the NBA app. So we got a good look at the front seat view. Now let's check out the back seat. So on the road trip, we obviously had a puppy and he's still here. So pretty much it's a 3-seater. The seats lean back, as you can see, that one leaned back a little bit. And they also fold forward. If I pull on this thing folds down. We put Chewy in an emergency leash right here, so he's safe back here. Cool thing back here is you have heated seats for the back, and up here you have controls for how much airflow you want and how cool you want it to be, etc. And the back seats are folded. What else do we have? Nice little cup holders. I try to keep the car as clean as I can. Bye, Chew. Moving back here, there's a couple of ways to open the trunk of the vehicle. Obviously, you can use the key. I got the key. So there's a trunk open release. You can obviously pull on the door handle, or there's a button up here on the overhead console that allows you to open the rear trunk. So for this, I'll just open this trunk with this. 2 touches. You choose this. Obviously, you still have some Utah dirt back there. So plenty of space. We loaded up a car. We didn't fold down the rear seats. The rear seats there was stuff there, but pretty much this was jam-packed. We were still able to see out the back of the car. More storage stuff in here. Some gloves, tire inflator. A bear. This is a remote. This allows you to close the rear trunk, and then also you can, what else is there? There should be a privacy shade, but this one didn't come with it. And then in here you have another outlet if you need it. But lots of space. I really enjoyed using this car for its full need. And then to close it, watch your head, and it folds down. Tons of features on this car. I mean, in conclusion, I've never been, this is probably my, I tell my fiance this is probably my third favorite car of all time. I just miss being in an SUV. Being in a car, a sports car, or like a sporty car for the last couple of years has always just made me want to feel like I'm driving to a racetrack instead of actually enjoying the drive to wherever I was going. So it was really nice to be able to be in a car where I was comfortable, and there was no sense of like, oh, am I going to make it up this driveway, or oh, what's the weather going to be like. I just felt very comfortable driving this car across the country, and we really bonded, and I'm excited for the next couple of years of ownership. And I think this is the first time, right, Vanita? This is the first time in a while that I haven't been like, oh, I'm on Auto Trader checking out cars and stuff every day. So I'm happy with it, and I love the look, and I'm a Mopar fan for life now. But thank you for listening to me rant about this car. I love it. Just to let you know, I think the total fuel economy was high 20s in the 4,000 miles that we drove across the country. And we were hauling, going like around 90 miles per hour in certain parts, 80 miles per hour, and there was a lot of stuff in the car too. So I think it's a fantastic vehicle, and it shows how great American engineering is. If you guys are interested in a Dodge Durango, definitely try one out. I think you'll fall in love. Have a nice day, guys. And subscribe. All right, so here we have the fuel economy, 26 miles to the gallon, almost 3,800 miles. Vanita and the car in Jersey City. This was at some really weird gas station in North Carolina, across from the FedEx Forum in Memphis. I really like this gas station. This was in Vanita, Oklahoma. I honestly can't believe we made it to Utah. Amazing. Here's Babe in front of the Durango. This was near Four Corners, Utah. Just beautiful. A panoramic shot of what we were looking at, and just gorgeous state, Utah, my favorite. This was at the Mexican Hat where Forrest Gump stops running. This is another cool shot that I took. This next picture is about the utility of this car. Vanita looking mad mean with an IKEA sofa in there. And home at the Rose Bowl. Thanks for watching, guys.